Oh boy. All right, let's talk about it. Right, Malachi? Right, Kenzie? So I hope you can make out the weather behind me. It's misty, it's raining, it's cloudy, it's overcast, it's windy. You get all of those things that you normally get here in England, here in the middle of the winter. So you know what that also means. It's a perfect day for a road trip. We're off to the end of the world. Let's go to Cornwall. All right, so the bags are mostly packed. And let's get babies in the car. Hey, Malachi. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh. You covering his face. Greasing him down. Okay, let's get in the car, guys. Let's go. So when we first started today, we were like, oh, we're going to get up at 7 a.m. and we're gonna be on the road by 8, and that didn't happen at all, guys. We didn't get on the road till around noon. Of course, it takes 6 hours for us to get to Cornwall from where we live at, so it'll be good at nighttime before we get there. We've been driving through some rough winds and just kind of, some unsavory conditions. But we're about 3 hours in, 3 hours to go, about the halfway mark. Still excited, guys. Never been to Cornwall before. This should be a lot of fun. It should be a great trip. Oh boy.
We arrived in the middle of a horrible storm and we're just trying to get everything in the house and everybody inside.
Okay, let's go around the side. It's crazy out here, but inside, hey babies, it's peace. But we had to get them out of the vehicle with all this high winds and rain and into the house. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna cover you guys up and get you in. It's crazy. Second baby. She's not strapped in. Go to the house. He never woke up. Perfect. The conditions are a little raw out here this morning, but that just makes it all the more exciting. But the views, guys, the views are absolutely stunning. We started our day in Cornwall, heading to the most renowned tourist site in all of Cornwall, and that would be the Eden Project. Opened in 2001, the Eden Project is a world-renowned botanic garden with biological and scientific significance far exceeding its humble location in Cornwall. So today we're in England at the Eden Project. This should be a lot of fun. A lot of biodiversity. This is all about biological conservation. Let's go check this out. The Eden Project is a wonderful place to visit if you're interested in gardening or conservation. We took the kids and they were delighted to see everything that was there. If you're visiting the Eden Project, you should be prepared for a lot of walking. We walked several miles over the course of the day. Eden Project is renowned for its massive biomes, but there are over 20 acres of gardens at the site. As we went in the winter, we did not spend as much time outdoors, but I can see that in the summertime, that would definitely take a lot of time if you're trying to see everything at the Eden Project. Not wanting to rush straight to the biomes, we started our day at the core, which is the educational building at the Eden Project, and it's such a unique experience. It expresses biological concepts, but on a very grand scale. Containing what is possibly the world's largest ceramic, representative of a cyanobacteria, is this beautiful artistic ceramic that blows smoke rings, which represents oxygen. Entitled Infinity Blue by its creators, the artwork is mesmerizing and enthralling as it blows smoke rings over and over again across a massive space. After spending at least an hour exploring the core, we headed to the smaller of the two large biomes, which was the Mediterranean biome. At the Eden Project, small is a relative term, as the Mediterranean biome covers over 1.6 acres and stands about 35 meters tall and 65 meters wide. The name can be somewhat misleading, as the plants are not simply from the Mediterranean region, but they are plants that grow in a Mediterranean type environment. So there's specifically a Western Australian garden, and there's also a South African garden where plants from those areas all grow in a Mediterranean type environment. So we just went through the Mediterranean house, we had lunch, and now we're going to go through the world's largest covered rainforest. So we're heading to the tropical rainforest house next. I call it a house, it's really just a biodome, which is really cool because these domes, the way they're set up, they don't appear to be let through sunlight, but they are let through enough sunlight for the plants to grow really effectively. The tropical or rainforest biome is truly massive. It covers over 3.9 acres, measures 55 meters high, and is over 100 meters wide and 200 meters long. With over 1,000 varieties of plants, birds, and other small animals that we saw, it took us at least 2 hours to work our way through this entire biome. The rainforest here is really nice. These biomes are great, guys. If you have little kids, this is a perfect place to bring young children, to teach them about nature, to teach them about plants, teach them about eco-webs and systems and things, how they all work together. That's definitely what I'm teaching my kids here today. So yes, absolutely a must visit if you're in Cornwall. Kung Fu Panda! Come on, Kung Fu Panda, get on in there.
Never thought I'd be in a rainforest in Cornwall. Such a unique experience. We got to do the cloud bridge and also this other canopy bridge. Kids had a lot of fun on the canopy bridge.
So that tropical biome is massive and it's such a wonderful experience. We spent at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half in there. We've been here all day long. This is gonna be our first day down in Cornwall, and mostly all will be spent right here at the Eden Project. We're about to hit the gift shop, and then we're heading out trying to find something else to do. Looking for dinner because the whole day is gone. The Eden Project has a multitude of activities to include a very large and very popular ice rink. So for my first day here in Cornwall with the family, I'm totally excited. I love it. It's been wonderful. We spent the whole day here at the Eden Project. I don't regret that one bit. There's so much to see here. And if it was summertime, there'd be even more because we'd have the grounds outside and there'd be all the gardens outside we could see. But it's winter, so we just did the biomes. But those are really nice as well. Let's keep going. Seen tons of pictures of beaches in Cornwall, but you know, I want to see it for myself. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the video, but is it really this much sand here in Cornwall? So I just found a beach. We're gonna walk down to it and see if there's really sand in Cornwall. I know it's kind of cliche and cheesy, but I want to see it for myself. Touch it, see if it's cold. All right, how's it feel? It's cold. Here's a good one. Touch this one. Touch it. We may make our way back down here in the summertime. I think it would be really cool. This beach is beautiful. The sand feels nice, crunchy under your feet. It's really a great experience being here in Cornwall. And I'll come back in the summer. I think it'd be a lot better. Of course, to get down to this beach, we had to come down this huge cliff. A ton of steps, but we're not taking those steps back up. There's this nice road that gently slopes back up to the vehicle. That's where we're going back up. As we ended our first day in Cornwall, I was excited because I knew that there was so much more to see. We had just scratched the surface of Cornwall.
It's fine.
Oh! So I got Blair back with the kids and I'm in St. Ives trying to find some dinner, guys. We want some fish and chips, but the restaurants are small. It's kind of hard to get my whole group inside of one, especially since we didn't book a reservation. But the sights out here are beautiful. But now let me run through the restaurants and try to get us some food. It's St. Ives at Night. It's really impressive. Just a nice, quaint vibe. So this will be the second time getting close to the ocean here in Cornwall. This is St. Ives. I wish I was here in the daylight. I'll try to make it back, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to get time to come back here in the daylight. So I'm going to enjoy as much of it as I can here tonight. The tide is in. The sand looks nice, kind of the sandbar. People out here just walking along. This is a great location, guys. If you could get down here to Cornwall, and I know it's already highly popular with almost everyone, but I think I'll touch the water now since I had the boys do it earlier today. This is such a wonderful location. See how cold this water is. I know it's going to be frigid this time of year. Here the Atlantic, the Celtic Sea is going to be frigid. I'm not getting too close because a wave could come up and touch you at any point. All right, let's see what we get here. Oh, and the water's trying to lure me in. I'm not going any closer. But you have that break out there to break these waves to make them a lot more tame than the waves that we saw earlier today when I was out with the boys at the beach. It's not as cold as I thought it would be. Chilly, but not as cold. But St. Ives here, this harbor section is really beautiful. If I lived here, I could really be down here every night enjoying this beachfront, enjoying this area. And then the houses going up the hill. It's really beautiful. Blair's already mentioned that she really wants to try some pasties, and this looks like a really nice place. Cornish Bakehouse since 1983. I think I'll try to get back down here in the morning with Blair because I like this. It says Cornish pasties to take home, a box of 12 for the price of 10. I'll try to get down here with her in the morning, and I think that'll be a great breakfast for me and the fam. Okay, so a little bit of calamari, some shrimp tempura, mussels, cod, fish and chips. This is what we're having for dinner tonight. We would have loved to have eaten it in the restaurant, but guys, really, the restaurants are just so tight down there. We didn't book reservations, but they had takeaway, and this is what we're having. So I woke up early this morning, and it's a clear sky. It's not raining. It's going to rain later on today, but it's not raining right now. And there's a walking path right beside this cottage. So let's go for a short walk in between the rain and see what we can see here. So the sun is rising behind me, guys. Look at this sunrise. So this morning has been beautiful. I've already gone for a walk. The sun is shining. I'm back in St. Ives now to pick up those pasties. The shop should be open. This should be a lot of fun. They're selling 12 pasties for the price of 10. Blair kind of let me know what she wanted. I'm just going to pick these up. But I'm going to give you a couple of views of St. Ives here in the morning time because this little town is beautiful. Oh, these fruit crumbles look great, guys. I'm gonna pick up oh, there's an almond slice as well. But I'll just do the fruit crumbles. They're the prettiest.
Yeah. So she was coming back down to
Picked up some desserts. Those should be great. Those are gonna go well with the pasties. We're gonna have a really nice lunch today. Wow, so when I was out here last night, all of this was covered in water. This whole little inner cove area here was water filled. And now the tide is out and I see like women, kids, and dogs out here running and enjoying it. Low tide is a real thing because this is miraculous to me. You know, I didn't grow up in a coastal area. To see this much water recessed is really impressive. I passed so many shops selling pasties, but I'm going to stick with the one that I saw last night. I'm going to go there, but I could have stopped at 4 or 5 different places to pick them up. I understand it is a traditional classic food down here. Well, they have so many varieties here. Chicken and bacon chorizo, cheese and onion, vegetables, spinach, ricotta. This is going to be delicious. So I literally have a box of pasties, multiple flavors. We should try them here at home. The kids are going to enjoy this. We'll have to be a lunch before we head out for the day, kind of go exploring. One thing I can say about Cornwall in general is that they really love dogs. St. Ives has a lot of beautiful dogs, but I've seen dogs all over Cornwall. Everywhere we've gone has been replete with beautiful, well manicured and groomed, loved and taken care of dogs. I mean, look at how many dogs are out here. I don't think there's a household out here that doesn't have a dog. Now, this looks really interesting. A gin school and shop. I wonder if they teach you how to make gin. That'd be really cool. This pastry is delicious, but we're hurrying up because we're on the way to St. Michael's Mount. We're on our way to St. Michael's Mount. We have to get down there pretty quick while the tide's low. It's a little windy right now. The wind is picking up, but the causeway's clear. Which one you have, Trey? Medium steak?
Looks like a butter knife.
Because it is.
Each road has so much character. You never know what you're going to see around the next bend, and then the banks along each road. Every road is unique and feels so different. Of course, the banks and the blind turns mean that you have to slow down, but that gives you the opportunity to really enjoy the driving experience. It's really windy out here, but we're at Mount St. Michael. Actually, we're at St. Michael's Mount. Mount St. Michael's in France. These two coastal islands are very similar, the one here in the UK and the one in France. St. Michael's Mount is a historic castle, garden, and island community found off the coast of Cornwall, only accessible during low tide. Of course, you could take a ferry across during high tide, but we wanted to go across during low tide. There's a smiley face. Don't mess him up. Let's go. St. Michael's Mount has a lot of history and lore connected to it. As far back as 495 AD, there are tales told of seafarers lured by mermaids onto the rocks, but they were guided safely by an apparition of St. Michael. It is also said that the Archangel Michael appeared on the western side of the island, below where the entry of the castle is today, to ward fishermen away from certain peril. These legends brought pilgrims and monks and people of all faith to visit the island and pray and praise and celebrate, even until this day. When you think of unique experiences, crossing a causeway during low tide is a phenomenally unique experience. You feel as though you're walking on the ocean floor or trespassing in the ocean's domain. You know you only have a little while to cross the causeway before the ocean comes back and reclaims that space. After a 15 to 20 minute treacherous walk because the causeway was still wet, we finally made it to the island. Do people live here?
It's about 35 people. Island all the time, year round.
Year round, they live here.
Yep.
It is exhilarating and somewhat isolating to think about living on an island like St. Michael's Mount, where you have no consistent road access. At the same time, I can imagine having a strong sense of community with your neighbors, because you have to rely on each other for so much in such an isolated location. Unfortunately, on the day that we visit St. Michael's Mount, the castle and gardens were both closed for renovations. They will open back up again in the spring, so we're looking to make a trip back down to Cornwall in the spring or summer so we can visit the site in full. So this is the only place on this entire island that is not just ripping with wind. You can actually hear us here.
It's a pushchair park.
Yeah, it's a pushchair park, kind of a little enclave. We're sitting here, Braden's in the restroom. And we have about 45 minutes before the tide comes back in. So we're gonna go check out the shop, definitely buy a couple items. I hope they have a magnet with the mountain on it, because that's cool, like with the castle on it, that would be the best. And then we're gonna go back across and we're heading to Land's End. There's a baby. There's another baby. We're heading to Land's End from here. The day has been great because it was supposed to rain all day and it hasn't been raining at all. We've just been getting, knocked around by wind, but that's better than the rain. So yeah, it's been a really good day so far. The walk over here was slick, treacherous, no push cars. We brought the babies in carriers, but we have to make it back before the tide comes up. Upon exiting the causeway to St. Michael's Mount, we were informed that we had 45 minutes before the tide came back in, so we had to see everything that we could on the island during that short amount of time.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. Seven years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there. Hold on tight.
Finishing up our second full day here in Cornwall, and we're at Land's End. Been wanting to make it here, but they're closing in a few minutes, but we did make it right before they close. Really just want to take a picture with the sign that says Land's End. There's a period in time when this was perceived to be the farthest point that could be gone, like by known man. So Europeans thought that this was the end of all land. It's not, but So it appears they have some attractions set up here at Land's End. We're not going to hit any of those. Our kids are tired. Walking across that causeway earlier today took a lot out of all of us. It was uneven walking, but there's not a lot of nice things set up here. I'm glad we're here during off season, because you can tell by the parking lot and how things are set up that during normal tourism season, this place will be packed, absolutely packed. Now, Blair and I have been to another Land's End. We went to Cape of Good Hope. Yeah, we went to Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. And that is also considered the end of the bottom of the world at one time. What was that? The winds have been crazy all day, but here at Land's End, they're even worse. As soon as I walk around the edge of this building, the winds kind of grab me. And we're going to bring the babies, but I'm going to leave them back there.
really excited to be here with my family, trying to enjoy it, but the wind is so strong right now.
Trey looks cold. Right next to Land's End, there's this wonderful path that leads down to a farm that has ducks and stables. We didn't participate with the farm, but we did walk down and take a look at some of the farm life.
I think the Hobbit lives under there.
Something lives under here. Look at this. It's sticker briar, so it's plenty of protection, and you can just kind of see although the family was tired, we were in high spirits as we ended up another wonderful day in Cornwall. How was dinner? Really? Y'all like hobos on the side of the street with the whole fireplace? It's not that cold in here, guys. Again, it's 1 in the morning and you want to have a conversation. All right, let's talk about it. Picking up some pasties. We're on the way to a beautiful castle. This should be a lot of fun. Let's get some great food, guys. Let's get the day started. So yeah, can we get 2 cheese and bacon pasties, 2 chicken, and then 2 of the peppered steak slice? So I think Blair and I have fallen in love with the pasties. So the pasties are really delicious. I've already eaten what was that steak? What was that?
Peppered steak.
It was a peppered steak?
Mm-hmm.
That was delicious. And this is a chicken pasty. You know, I was told that this was used by the tin miners. They used to hold them on the bottom here because the hands would be dirty. So they keep the hands on the bottom on this kind of braided part. And then they would eat the center section of it. I'm eating it all because I love bread and it's all delicious to me. But this is one of the best things that we found here down in Cornwall are these Cornish pastries. They're really, really delicious.
Tintagel Castle is currently closed 12/30/2023 due to adverse weather conditions.
Although the castle was closed, we decided to take the walk to the castle anyways to see as much as we possibly could. We've made the trip to drive over to the home of King Arthur. There's no way we wouldn't see at least some of the castle. Tintagel Castle is the historic birthplace of King Arthur, the mythical king who ruled over the Knights of the Round Table. We don't know if he really existed, but if he did, this is where he was from. We're standing here behind a kind of a wall and still getting knocked around, so I can see why they closed down the whole island over there. You would have a hard time crossing that bridge. It would be very unsafe. These were pretty high yesterday at Land's End, but they're twice as high today. I mean, just bouncing us around. I'm just glad it's not raining. The footing is kind of steep, but come on guys, when you get a chance to be out here like this. Okay, so Merlin's Cave is down below us, but there's no way I'm going down there. The water is too angry. One big wave comes through and whoop, I'm fish food. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I just saw people running back from waves coming in, guys. I feel no desire to get covered in salt water and be swept out into the ocean. So King Arthur lived up here in the castle, and Merlin lived down here in the cave. That doesn't look like a really hospitable cave, but you know, it's where you keep your mages and sages. Mead, ginger mead, Celtic mead, banquet mead, Christmas mead. That looks really nice. Wrecking Coast. Gin. Let me take a little gin home. Unique gin here is Dr. Squid. It's in like a copper container. It's heavy and it has real squid ink in it. Yeah, we have to get this, guys. We have to get this. Oh, look at that. That design is beautiful. Come on, let's go. We're getting it. Walk down was crazy. We're going to take the Land Rover back up. You can pay a price and get a ride back up. That's what we're going to do. That's crazy. Winds just keep picking up harder and harder. This is so much better.
Yes.
How long are you over here for?
We've been here for 3 years.
Oh, wow. We have had a blast in Cornwall. We're now off, guys, but thanks for watching. Keep up with us, like and subscribe, follow along, and we'll see you on the next adventure.